Ohio is on fire starts right now. I want to play my... You know what? No intro tonight. Screw it. What it is, I'll tell you my story. I had an intro, and then it disappeared magically one day. So I have to find it somehow. But my intro is really neat. I worked hard on it. It's like 30 seconds long. So it disappeared. So you know what? I'm going to mouth my own intro because I can't find it. The computer won't let me play it.
Oh boy.
So here we go. This is Vin Diesel. Help! Ohio's on fire! Wee, wee, wee. Fire alarm! Wee, wee. Fire! Do, fire! Do. All right, that was my intro. So thank you.
I love when you sing.
This is a show where Ohio throws down. Ohio's on fire, and I am Dan Diesel, your host. And I have a lovely co-host who's really talented. Tell them who you are.
Hello, I am Jessie.
Jessie, all right.
Yes.
She goes by Jessie. Just one name, like Madonna.
That's it.
All right. But me and her, we are back again for another 2 hours of the most hottest show. No, the hottest new show. Yeah, I choked. And let me start that again. The hottest new show in radio, and thank you for listening to me. I believe last week, we followed the Right State game last week, and it was, our ratings was, for our show, was the best ratings I've had since I've been here, so thank you to all of you. I don't know if it was the best ever, I can't prove that, but I do know it was one of the better shows, so thank you very much. I'll tell you what's coming up for tonight. We do have some new guests. They are a group called F.A.M.E. They're a group here in Dayton, Ohio. They're young models. They'll tell you all about it. They're really talented. They're coming up. Of course, we got OMVP, Highest Most Valuable Pedestrian. And we got new retooling of what's happening in Ohio. And of course, at the end of the show, I have my Ohio's on Fire message. But right now, me and Jessie, we need to have a talk with the state of Ohio. Yay! But anyway, as of course I said, models. Of course, models, they're known for being clean. They're really nice and clean looking. And for some reason, I had this idea overnight, something interesting. And it also ties into what we did some time ago. About a few weeks ago, we were talking about new holidays.
Right.
They still little holidays. And for some reason, I found my own holiday. I think we need to have this Clean Day. We had a Clean Day. And let me explain what Clean Day would be. Just respect yourself, I guess, as a person. It's a day that, like, people always say that, you know what, I'm good at this. I'm always, I'm clean and everything and whatnot. And, of course, there's also these house cleaners and these gardeners. I think there's no national holiday for these clean freaks. And so perhaps we should have a clean day. And, you know, this little known secret about me, I'm also a clean freak. No, I'm not. But anyway, but I always hate it when, we have rules here at the college, like they say you got to clean up after yourself. And I tell you, I always try to clean up after myself. And when someone says I don't clean up after myself, that offends me as a man. It offends me personally, mentally, and sexually. And I don't like that.
Sexually?
Okay, that's maybe not sexually. But the thing is, anyway, I try to stay clean here whenever it's either we're in a radio station, we got to clean up our CDs, or we got to throw our trash away. And I'm gonna lay it out right now. If anyone ever offends me about my cleanness, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get my revenge. What I will do, we have a nightclub across here at campus. I believe it's what's that nightclub called? What's it called? Do you remember? It was like Daxter's nightclub or Night Jacks. Hammerjacks. I think it's Hammerjacks. I was close. I had the Dax part right. Hammerjacks. Anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the 30 craziest partiers from the Fairborn, Dayton, Ohio area. I'm going to bring them to this studio. We're going to make the biggest mess of all time. I get questioned, because you may as well not be clean if you're going to be questioned for your cleanness. There's no point. I'm bringing the craziest people in here. We're just going to party. Me and Jessie. Ow! So, you know what? I have a better idea. I was watching this news segment actually just a few days ago. I forget what news channel it was, but apparently over Miamisburg, Ohio, they had to close their mental home hospital for people with bad mental health. They've been closed for close to a year now. It's due to financial reasons. And that's kind of scary because a lot of those people do need help. And from what I heard, that hospital alone can hold 118 patients.
Wow.
And when they closed, they were full to capacity or close to 118 rooms, 118 patients. So you know what? I tell you what, if someone questions my cleanness ever again, I'm gonna find those 118 people that should be Miamisburg Hospital. I'm bringing them into this studio, and we're just gonna go nuts. That's my revenge.
Nasty.
That's my revenge. Because 118, because they need help, and I can give them that help by partying here on the campus. So, what do you think of all this, Jessie?
I think you're wild.
I guess I'm in a wild mood tonight. Probably because the snow has melted a little bit.
Yeah.
So I just can't wait. I want to go out and do something. Just really try something. But anyway, Jessie, what are your thoughts on my idea for Clean Day?
I don't know. I'm not a clean person at all, so
Oh,
a sucky day for me.
oh, well, that's fine. It'd be up to par with Groundhog's Day and
Yeah.
Arbor Day.
Yeah, I'd still celebrate it just because it's your idea.
I think, you know what? Instead of Clean Day, we should call it Shower Day. We should just
Mandatory showers. For
yeah,
that.
you have to take a shower. You're going to jail.
All right. Good
That's
deal.
okay. I'll change it to that. You go to jail. So anyway, let's see. And of course, in a few months, baseball season will start. It's one of the few sports I do like, even though I do think it's going to die soon. I'll mention this real quick before we go to our break. I went off on baseball being they're going to die in 10 years, and you know what? If another sport might die in 10 years, and they're making a bad decision, I think, but the NFL is going to die in 10 years. And the reason why they're going to do what baseball does, they're about to have an uncapped season, so all these maniac billionaires, they can go spend on all the players they want. Kind of like in baseball, you can give them unlimited contract. I know some football teams are giving themselves a self-cap, such as the Bengals and the Steelers. They did say they're putting themselves on self-cap. But the thing is, not all teams are going to do that, i.e. Jerry Jones. This is probably the greatest news he's ever heard, and he's going to probably spend $100 billion on everybody. I think Tony Romo's due for a contract extension for 3 years and $50 million each. That's $150 million. I'm just kidding, but it's probably he can do that if he wants to. And it could be, if they don't, for this season it'll be uncapped, and if they don't fix it, it's going to go down the same path as baseball. I predict it. So right now, in 10 years from now, Major League Baseball and National Football League, they're going to die. It's going to go away, and it's going to go away from American lexicon. I'm calling it right now because it's not fair. We have an interesting economy. Some teams can't spend that much, and some teams spend too much. And that's not fair for competition. So anyway, there you have it. We have Clean Day and the death of National Football League. So me and Jessie will be right back. We got some good music for you tonight. You are listening to Ohio's on Fire, and this is WWSU 106.9 FM, Fairborn, Dayton, Ohio. Wait for it. Dayton's right choice. So we'll be right back. We are back on Ohio's on Fire, the show where Ohio throws down. We are the show of entertainment and honesty. I'm Dan Diesel along with Jessie. And now, hope you guys were waiting for it because it's time for probably one of the most prestigious awards we can possibly give. A weekly award for someone in Ohio doing something cool. It's an invisible award, but we're an honorary shout out, whatever you want to call it. It is now time for OMVP. And that stands for Ohio's most valuable pedestrian. Yay, wait for the music. It's coming. Here it is. Do 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 do. Okay, that was good. OMVP. Now, of course, it goes to a guy or a woman. At least one person gets this award. They did something interesting throughout the last week. They're from Ohio, or they made newsworthy things that was positive and interesting from Ohio. And of course, if you've been living in a rock, right now the 2010 Winter Olympics is taking place, and a lot of athletes from around the world take place. And of course, the United States of America, we got 216 athletes that are taking part in all the sporting events. And 4 of the people They are from the state of Ohio, and they've all four of them have already competed. I'll mention some of the others later, but there are two in particular. They made some big headlines. They've done really well, and I'm talking about women's hockey. The United States women's hockey team. Two of the members are from the state of Ohio, and one of them is Kelly Stack. She is from Brooklyn Heights, Ohio. And then the other one's backup goalie Brianne McLaughlin. She's from Sheffield Village, Ohio. They are on the Olympic team, and they are kicking some butt right now. They're actually going to be in the medal game tomorrow night. It's the game where the loser gets the silver and the winner gets the gold. So their team is guaranteed to win a medal. It's really exciting. They are playing the national Canadian team in female hockey. Anyway, so they are the two Ohioans that are on that team, and they're the only ones that are going to win medals. The other two, I'll mention later on the show. They tried really hard, but they unfortunately not going to get a medal. But anyway, Brianne McLaughlin, you know where this is going. But Kelly Stack and Brianne McLaughlin, you've represented Ohio really well in America. So even if you win a silver or a gold, you've done really well for Ohio. And that makes you two ladies the OMVP of this week. Congratulations. That's
exciting.
We reached the red meter on that one. So Jessie, what do you think of that?
What do I think of
Yeah,
it?
what are your thoughts? Tell us.
Hockey is intimidating.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure they're pretty competitive and they deserve this. I bet they've been working at this since they were 8 years old, maybe younger.
Probably. That's what you got to do.
So not only do they deserve an Olympic medal, they also deserve the OMVP.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, especially in a sport like hockey, it's really rough and tough. Anyway, but before we go to break, I'm doing something really cool next week. I want to plug it. We are having our first ever Great Ohio's on Fire debate next week. Our first ever. Hope we do several of these throughout my time here. But I'm gonna promote it now. We're going to debate two topics. Well, not two topics. One topic, and there will be two teams of what we'll be talking about. Here's the topic anyway. The topic will be, what's the most exciting thing that ever happened in the state of Ohio? One team will argue for the Wright brothers creating aviation, hence eventually creating the airplane, which has really changed transportation around here in American history, if you will, and history in general. And then the other argument is the grand opening of Kings Island in Cincinnati, Ohio. It was one of the second or third major theme parks that opened behind Walt Disney. It was back in the early 70s. It was a huge deal. It was really exciting to happen in Ohio. Those are two big events that took place. And we're going to argue what was more exciting, what was the more important thing, if you will.
Can I ask which side you're arguing for?
Well, it'll be a secret. I am going to be on one of the teams.
Okay.
I'll pronounce that, and then we'll have participants, which I'm trying to get up right now. And it'll be known, Jessie, she will start the show next week. So she'll be the main host for an hour. She's in charge, baby. I want to let it be known. I'm really excited about this. So anyway, I want to announce that. We are back with Ohio's on Fire. I'm Dan Diesel along with Jessie. And right across from me in the studio, you can't see them, I got four lovely young ladies. They're here for an interview. They make up a group called F.A.M.E. So they are here. And girls, introduce yourself individually. Tell you who you are.
Hi, I'm Jasmine. I'm the president.
I'm Yudi, and I'm a model.
I'm Alante, and I'm a model.
I'm Jordan and I'm a model.
All right, now for the people at home that don't know who these guys are, let the people at home know what exactly is F.A.M.E. and what do you guys do?
Well, we're a multi-sport group on campus. F.A.M.E. stands for Fashion Inspiring Multicultural Models, ENT. I'll let some of the models tell you about what kind of things we do and stuff.
Well, we go to photo shoots. We have photo shoots every Sunday. We have meetings. Every Wednesday, we help support other ENT groups. We also help each other academically and emotionally.
Okay. So, what year did you guys get started here on campus?
We started this school year, which is fall of 09.
Oh, brand new.
Wow.
Well, good for you, a brand new group. So, anyway, what was it like filling out the paperwork? Did you face any adversity trying to get your group together for this campus?
Yeah, it was pretty hard at first since we're so new. Trying to get people to know about our group and everything has been hard, but we've been getting a lot of positive feedback, so it's been really good.
Okay, so you got you 4 girls here. How many members are part of F.A.M.E right now?
It's about 20 to 30, like 25.
Oh, well, that's
Pretty good size.
Yeah, for starting to follow hot models come up in the future. All right. Well, anywho, my coach Jessie, she's now got a few questions for you, so take it away, Jessie.
All right. The first one I want to ask is, sometimes models are criticized for causing young girls to develop like a poor self-image. And in your defense, how would you say that modeling helps raise the morale or better people's confidence in society? It's kind of tough, but it's like the model comeback, right?
Well, the whole reason why we started this group is to let girls know that you don't have to be that typical model, that tall, skinny, pretty girl, that you can be plus size, you can be short, whatever, because there's not just models who do runway. They also have hand models. They have models who just do headshot. And so you don't really have to change yourself to be a model. Like, a stylist isn't always going to look for that one particular model. So that's really why we started it. And we don't really turn anybody away either, because modeling isn't just something that you do. Like, you have to learn a lot of things, which a lot of the models have realized.
Okay, cool. Do you guys think it's possible to start a good modeling career based out of Dayton, Ohio? What are some of the struggles that come along with that, wanting to do it professionally?
Well, I answer this too. I think that you can start a modeling career out of Dayton. You have to make the best with what you have. Whatever, there's a lot of people in Dayton that I've realized who want to support us and help us and everything. You just have to expand from it. It's not somewhere where you can just stay here and say, okay, I'm going to start my career here and stay here. You have to expand.
So do you guys have cities, like, is your goal to become a professional model, or is it just something kind of for fun? And if so, are there certain cities that you want to head to and actually start this thing for real?
I think everyone in the group has different goals. Personally, my goal is to actually do this professionally.
Okay.
Make it a full-time career.
Is there a city that you're planning on kind of heading to?
Well, of course, New York and LA.
Right.
I have family out in New York, and I really want to go to LA, so either way would be good for me.
Cool. Anyone else?
Yes. Jordan.
Don't be shy.
I actually wanted to get to the more professional level because F.A.M.E has introduced the fact that modeling isn't only, as our president said, for the skinny models. And I also have family from New York. I have family that are models, but I'm 5'5", and I'm not exactly the average model that you'll see. So F.A.M.E is helping me to have the confidence to want to go professional.
That's good. Awesome.
Now, this is the question for each of you girls. Who's your favorite model, male or female, and why? No? Two. Okay, we got two. All right, well, you're supposed to call them with a question. We had a few questions. We do have a winner, of course. She she wants to be anonymous, but she knows where to get her prize, so she wins a Mountain Dew. Congratulations to her. And here's her question. For you 4 models, she actually had 2. Here's the first one. For the next level, you were talking about going to the next level. In your mind, what do you think it takes to get to the next level from where you're at now to that next area? What do you think you have to do?
I think a lot of it has to do with networking and meeting the right people and just putting yourself out there to get your name known.
Okay. She's got some.
Well, I think not only networking, but also being disciplined and being very humble, staying humble, because you won't get anywhere with a big head or anything. But don't be afraid to meet new people.
Okay. New people. All right. And actually, I have a second question that our caller asked. This is actually for Jessie.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I know, Jessie. The caller wants to know if you want to be a supermodel one day.
No, I don't. at all.
Okay, that's
Only in my
good.
dreams, but no, I don't.
All right.
But I want to go to the same cities as the supermodels, so
Yes.
maybe we can be friends there someday.
You know, so you and me will go to the fashion shows and we'll watch these four one day.
Yeah,
It'll be exciting.
sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, that'd be a wild dream. Anyway, yeah, we got some great viewers tonight. A lot of calls. I'm really happy. We're trying to do our best here, of course. We got a few more questions for our friends F.A.M.E. Now, anyway, I want to ask you this kind of important question. For you model, how do you think modeling helps America, like morale-wise or economic-wise? How do you think modeling is good for America?
I think it's good. There's positive and negativity that comes from it. Some people take it negatively, thinking that their body has to look a certain way. But on the positive side, I think it gets people comfortable with their body and accepting how they look and still feeling like they're pretty and if they look good, this is something they can do.
I think you can use modeling as a message, and each image that you do puts out a message for whoever you want to see.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I give them time. I know you two answer. I want to see the other two ever answers.
Sometimes you gotta think about it. I mean,
Yeah, it's a hard
you can take a
question.
second.
She's got one.
Got
yes.
some? Yeah.
Yes.
I agree with you. I think it is about the message, and I feel that modeling can help also younger people who see things out, like in America now. Some younger people look at things that are more negative rather than if they see models that are doing positive things, they can look up to the positivity in the world rather than the negativity.
Okay, well that's a good answer. Okay, now anyway, for model-wise, I want to ask you this: what besides the United States of America, what country do you think produces the best models, and why? Another hard one, I know.
That's a opinion.
Right. I think
Yeah.
that's an opinion. I like the exotic, the
Yeah.
exotic models, like Brazilian models and everything. I think
Yow.
they're gorgeous.
So does Dan Diesel. Is this a new hangout spot?
Yeah, they're pretty attractive. We don't look at them like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay, bummer.
If any of you four girls have a shout out, please do it right now live on the air, and all four of you try to come up with something.
I want to shout out everybody who supports us, all the F.A.M.E models who are in here, all my friends.
I'll shout out all my friends. I'll shout out all the different organizations, Black Men on the Move, Black Women Striving Forward, In His Presence Gospel Choir,
Shelby, who just wrote me on
Shelby
Facebook.
Alexander.
Just wrote us on Facebook, who's listening to us right now.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Your events.
Having us.
Hope you come in next Tyra Banks or Tyra Shipper. We are back on Ohio's on Fire, and I am your host, Dan Diesel. We've had a fun show tonight. Yeah, good. Thank you for F.A.M.E. for coming in. Before I get to my final message, once again, we will be on live next week. Once again, another episode. It is our Ohio's on Fire debate. We'll try to get the show will be 2 hours long. We'll try to get an hour out of the debate. It'll be fun. I put it together. It'll be awesome. I'll be on one of the teams, and Jessie will be the host. So check it out. We're debating on what's the most exciting thing that ever happened in the state of Ohio. So that'll be fun. I'll do my best here. But anyway, if you've been living under a rock, you would know that we have the Winter Olympics going on here over in Canada. Actually, it's the 2010 Winter Games for the Olympics in Vancouver, BC. It's a really fun Olympics. I like watching some of it, even though I don't know what mostly is going on. Whenever I watch it, it's just all sports I'm not familiar with. And it's a good way to bring the world together. I guess it's a way to show sportsmanship. At least it's an attempt to all the countries, so many people worldwide to come together for a short period of time to compete. It's a big event. Any city that hosts the Olympics, they make millions of dollars, even billions. It's a big money maker. And I got to thinking, it's something I thought of. Because, before I get to my idea, I want to tell you what's coming up for the Olympics. Of course, the Winter Olympics is in Canada right now. Then the Summer Olympics, that's in 2012. It's going to be in London. Then I don't know where 2014 Winter Olympics is going to be. I'm not quite sure. Then the 2016 Summer Olympics, it's going to be in, I think, Japan. Because we tried to get, there was a bid to try to get Chicago to host those games, but it didn't fall through, so I think Japan's getting them now. So I have this idea. Right now, 2020, the Summer Games of 2020, it's not been decided yet. That's going to be debated on after 2012 Summer Games. And it just came to me. I think there's only one other place that should do the 2020 Summer Olympics. I think this place is perfect. I think they need the money. It would help them economic-wise. The 2020 Summer Olympics should be hosted by Cleveland, Ohio. Yes, Cleveland, Ohio. And any other place, this would be so huge in Ohio if that were to happen. Think about it. There's plenty of room in Cleveland. A lot of course, there's sports. There's a music hall of fame. There's ice hockey rinks. There's a big population. And not only that, it's right next to Lake Erie. I mean, they can have countless of summer. I mean, they can host the Olympics. It'd be so big, and all the greatest personalities in Ohio of all time could be at these games. I could see it now, the running of the torch at the beginning of the 2020 Olympics in Cleveland. It could be, I vision LeBron James would probably be doing the Olympic running. He'll light the torch, and there could be various people. I guess sports-wise, if you will, I think he'll try to get King Griffey Jr. to try to get him to come because he was a big Ohio star. Maybe we can get Pete Rose if they're not too ashamed of him. Just anyone that you can think of. All the talents, some music acts we have around here, maybe they'll get invited. That's a long ways off. That's assuming we even get the Summer Olympics. So it's a big uncertainty right now. But I think they're perfect for it. They can have so many games. Of course, the games that takes place at the Summer Olympics right now, they can take place in Cleveland. And I got new ideas for them because Cleveland has a good location. I am hoping that skateboarding becomes an Olympic sport come 2020 because they got rejected for 2012. And I am hoping that they get invited. Like the games you see on the X Games, I hope they become a reality for Summer Olympics. I think they've proven that they're an Olympic sport like anything else. It would make the Olympics more exciting. Of course, Cleveland, they got a big skateboarding population down there. They got a big following. I am hoping that skateboarding is accepted as an Olympic sport by 2012 or even before 2012. They're fine for it. Anyway, back to the other part of my message. So other games I was thinking, because they are going to be next to Lake Erie. They did do the Summer Games in Cleveland. They should have parasailing. I think parasailing should be an Olympic sport. I don't think it is right now, but it should be. It better be by 2012. They can do a lot of things at ocean. They got parasailing. They can do floating. Think about this: Olympic floating. You could win a gold medal for floating in an ocean. I could enter that. That'd be so fun. I could be the gold medal floating champion come 2012. That'd be so awesome. So there's that. And let's see what else. What other sports can we do in Cleveland, Ohio? It would just be so big, and I think they can do it. I think location-wise and the availability for hotel rooms and space, I think the only place in Ohio that could pull that off is Cleveland, Ohio. I think they can do it. I mean, I would prefer to be closer, but I'm trying to be realistic, especially if they were to bid on such a thing. Because if Chicago thought they could get the Summer Olympics, I think they're smaller. They're smaller in size than Cleveland, I think. So I don't know. I don't know what the requirement is. I'm not part of the board. But I want to get this out there now as we are in the middle of the Winter Olympics right now. 10 years from now, here's a Cleveland, Ohio trying to get the Summer Olympics. I hope it happens. I'm pitching my bid for it right now. I'm the first one to pitch for it. So hopefully you spread the word. Cleveland, Ohio Summer Olympics. Any way you want to put it. Put up T-shirts. Do anything you got to do. I think it'd be exciting. It'd be big. It'd be really huge. It would probably shatter the two events that we're going to talk about next week. But we will see. So that is my final Ohio is on Fire message for the week. So that's it for me. Thank you for giving me a chance. Thank you once again for F.A.M.E. And of course, we'll have future guests on. I'll let that be known. Of course, I'll plug it once again. The big Ohio's on Fire debate. Let me repeat that. The great Ohio's on Fire debate Volume 1. That is next week. First ever. The winning team. You call in with your votes during that show. The team with the most votes at the end of the forefront, we're around 4 rounds. And whoever has most votes, they will win candy bars. I think that's... I don't know what candy bars they will be. I have to determine that. And not only candy bars, they will win the title of the Great Ohio's on Fire Debate Champions. They will win that title. It'll be awesome. So we have a good time. You have to call in your votes. And there is a tiebreaker, but I'll save that for next week. I'll let Jessie explain that next week. I got a tiebreaker. I won't reveal everything at all, but we'll reveal all the participants live on the show, so check it out. Please be there. It'll be great. It'll be something interesting, something I haven't tried before. I'm going to try. Hopefully it'll be successful. So, but thank you once again for checking me out tonight, and we'll try this again next week. So check us out. Thank you for listening once again. I'm Dan Diesel. Good night, Ohio.